Welcome back and thank you for joining me again today. We are going to continue our work on blends. Today, remember, a blend is when we have two letters and their sounds kind of blend together, so it may be hard to hear those sounds as you're trying to sound them out. So far, we have done SP as in sped, sp, ed, sped, 4 sounds in that word. We have done ST as in step, st, ep, step. We have done slip with slip, slip. We've done our SM blend with small s, all, our all chunk at the end. And we've done snap, app, snap with our SN blend. Today we are going to work on 2 more S blends. We are going to work on SK as in skip, sk, ip, skip. And we are going to work on swim, sw, swim. So our 2 new blends today are SK as in skip and SW as in swim. So get some words to practice sounding out. So go ahead and try this on your own, sound it out, and then say it smoothly to yourself, and then I will repeat it. So let's sound this out together. Sk, ol, skull. This is your skull. The bone inside your head is your skull. Swish. We have sh. Remember, SH is a digraph. It's 2 letters that make one sound, whereas SW is a blend where we hear both sounds. We hear s, w, but with SH we hear sh. So swish. A skit is like a play. If you put on a skit, you're putting on a play. A lot of you might have done reader's theater in school. That could be kind of like a skit. I swam with the fish. I swam with the fish. Skip, sk, ip, skip. How many of you like to skip when you're outside? My daughter was skipping up the driveway earlier today. Swung, and there's our chunk. Swung, swung. She swung the bat. Too late. Swung. Skin, skin. I will skip to the shop. Skip, there's your SK blend. Sk. Here's your SH digraph. Shh. And here are our 2 L's for our floss rule. Single closed syllable ending in L, we are going to double it. So a lot of things that we've learned going on in that sentence. I will skip to the shop. I hit my skull when I fell. I hit my skull when I fell. So if he hit his skull, where did he hit himself? Hit that bone in your head, your skull. I want to swim. I want to swim. Swell. Let's sound that one out together. S-w-e-l. Swell. So swell, you might feel swell, which means you feel great. You might hurt yourself and it might swell up. A wave can be called a swell. If there's a swell in the waves, a really big wave. Skiff. SK blend. Sk-if. And there's our floss rule. Single closed syllable ending in F. We're going to double the F at the end. A skiff. It's kind of a small type of boat that goes across the water. And swim. Swim. Good. Let's go through those again and we'll see if we can go a little bit faster this time. Ready? Swung. I will skip to the shop. Skull. Point to your skull. Skin. I want to swim. Swell. Skiff. Swim. Skit. A type of play. I swam with the fish. Skip. I hit my skull when I fell. Swish. Swish. Okay. Now we've practiced reading words with our SW, SW blend and our SK blend, SK blend. So now we are ready to write. Our first word is skim. Skim. You might drink skim milk. Remember, you say the word after me, sound it out, and then write it. And how did you spell skim? Did you spell skim? S-K-I-M. Skim. Number 2, swam. Swam. And what blend did you hear at the beginning of swam? We heard S-W. So swam. S-W-A-M. Swam. Number 3, skill. Skill. And how did you spell skill? Did you spell skill? S-K-I-L-L. What blend did we have? S-K. And why do we have 2 L's at the end? That is our floss rule. Single closed syllable ending in L, we're going to double the L at the end of the word. Sentence. And this sentence has 3 words, so if you need to, draw 3 lines on your paper to help you. Our sentence is swing the bat. 3 words. Swing the bat. Say it with me. Swing the bat. Now sound out each of those words and write that sentence. And if you need more time to write that sentence, go ahead and pause it until you are ready. Otherwise, I am going to show you how your sentence should look and you can check your work. So if you need to, go ahead and pause. If you're ready, check along with me. Our sentence was swing the bat. Swing, S-W-I-N-G, and we have an uppercase S or a capital S because it is the first word in our sentence. We have space between our words, the, T-H-E, space, and bat, B-A-T, and then you need your period, punctuation at the end. Or if you're yelling, maybe you'd want to use an exclamation point. Maybe you're yelling at the batter to swing the bat. So there you go. Get ready for our next sentence. Our next sentence has a few more words. It has 5 words in it. I skid in the ring. I skid in the ring. So we are going to draw a line for each of those words. I skid in the ring. So if you need to, write your 5 lines. I skid in the ring. And go ahead and write that sentence. And if you're ready, you can check your work with me. If you're not, go ahead and pause your video until you have finished writing that sentence. I skid in the ring. So if you need to, go ahead and pause now. Otherwise, check your work along with me. So we had, I skid in the ring. I is capitalized for 2 reasons. 1, because it is the first word in our sentence. And 2, because I, when it's a word by itself, when we're talking about ourselves, we're important. So we are always capitalizing that I. So I skid, 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 S-K-I-D. And if you get confused on that vowel, stretch it out into our anchor words, itchy, I, itchy, S-K-I-D. Make sure you have your space in, I-N, the, T-H-E. Make sure you have your space, ring, and there's our ing chunk, R-I-N-G-N-A, period. I skid or I slip in the ring. Skid can kind of be another word for slip. So I skid in the ring. Okay, so as a review, we learned 2 new blends today. What 2 blends did we learn? We learned SW as in swim, and we learned SK as in skip. So our 2 new blends today to go along with the blends that we have already learned. SN as in snap, SM as in small, SL as in slip, ST as in step, and SP as in sped. And remember, those are 2 separate sounds, S, W, because we hear both of those sounds, both of the sounds in that blend. And here's our passage for today, a skit, which we said was another word for a play. So here is our passage. And if you need to, pause it and read that whole thing. And then a few questions. Why did Dog decide to go on a skiff? What happened while he was on that skiff? So pause that and read it. And then I'm going to show you another passage. We'll show you this one again. Remember, we reread things because every time we read it, we get better. So this is Miss Smith and Sam Slug. And pause it and read that one as best as you can. What would you have done if you were Miss Smith and sat down beside a slug? How would you have reacted? Think about that. And thank you for joining me today, and have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.